Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's live. I'm Samriti, your Cosmic Soul Whisperer. Today is the live for the week starting 23rd of March. So I just wanted to bring you a very warm welcome to everyone joining us live on YouTube as well as Instagram. And I wanted to bring to you the theme that is coming up for today. So let's first of all round up all the energies. Welcome to all the people joining. So the energies that have been coming through this week are a lot of the carry forward from last week. So let's look at what these energies are. So hi Joy, hi Matthew, very welcome, and very welcome everyone who's joined on YouTube as well. Last week, a lot of new things happened. So the first one was an eclipse. So we had a very powerful eclipse last week, and there was a lot of energy around that. Sorry, there was not an eclipse. There was the equinox. We had the equinox last week. The second thing that happened was the beginning of the 9 days of the goddess. We are still on day 5, so it started off last week. It carries forward in this week, and these energies are also very powerful. Now you might wonder, what is this 9 days of the goddess or 9 nights of the goddess? Literally, in my family, in my culture, we celebrate something called Navratri. These are the 9, literal translation of Navratri is 9 nights of the goddess. And each day we celebrate one form of the Divine Mother, and then we carry forward that into the 9th day, where all of it culminates into a very powerful activation of the mother of all of us, the mother that brings us strength, love, courage, nurturing energy. And what is even more beautiful is that my mother has just landed today, so celebrating the 9 days of the mother, uh, and celebrating it with my mother is also very, very special. So bringing in that energy of the Divine Mother, who brings you the mothering energy, who brings you the love, who brings you the nurturing, the encouraging energy, it's all coming in. So beautiful, and so happy that some people are joining. I'm just reading one of the comments on YouTube. Hi Samriti, Carmen here, and I saw your notification and felt called to be here. You're so welcome. I'm so happy to see you here, Carmen. So we are bringing in that energy. Now there's another thing, a theme that is coming, and welcome Lisa. Yeah, it's very special. Mom has arrived. So the theme that is coming up is overcorrection, and protecting ourselves. So the balancing of overcorrection. Now wait, let me just form this in a more precise way. The conscious balancing, or the conscious rebalancing from overcorrection. That's the theme that has come up. I know this is a little bit complex, but this is because we are all complex creatures. We have a lot of complexity in our lives. So what has happened, and the reason why this has come up as a theme is there was an incident, there was a beautiful experience that I had last week that triggered the theme for this week. And that was, I was standing in a queue for it at the chemist warehouse. So all the Aussie friends, you know what I'm talking about. And as I was standing in queue, I was just about to join the queue, and there was a little bit of a gap between the person in front, and there was someone who was just looking around. So I just, naturally checked, are you in queue, so that I can organize where I need to stand, whether, stand in front of her or behind her. And she said, well, I am in the queue, but it doesn't really matter to me. You can stand in front of me or behind me. I never bother about queues anyway. That was something so refreshing for me. I know this is such a simple thing, but it was a very beautiful pattern break in that moment for me. And I realized that I had been overcorrecting in a way. So from the time so one extreme side was being a pushover, and in some aspects of my life I had been a pushover, and because of that the overcorrection was to move completely towards integrity. And remember, last week's message was also there was something about it around integrity last week too, and it came up in a couple of sessions in the last week. So because I wanted to align more and more with integrity, the the part where we're standing in queue, the part of integrity is to honor the people that have come before me, and to be, to respect their time and their waiting, so to stand behind them. And the same thing, if someone else comes, unless it's something, if they really need to go, there's a special situation, to also honor myself for coming early, and letting the people who come after me to stand behind me. That was very normal, and I just thought it was the normal way to go. But when I met this lady, this wonderful lady, who said she has never worried about, where to stand in a queue, and if people cut the line, it doesn't really bother her. It was so beautifully refreshing, because it's not that she was a pushover. She definitely was a very assertive and a lovely woman. She had this strength about her, and yet she also had the gentleness and the softness within it. Continuing with that, another beautiful thing happened, and I'm going to braid all of this together as we go. So, the other situation that happened was, I realized that a new body signal that I have is, when I'm hungry, I don't feel like a rumbling in my tummy, but I actually feel sleepy. So, and it's, if I sleep at that time, it doesn't really help. But if I eat at that time, my energies instantly come back. So that was quite interesting, because again, it was the same theme. I was overcorrecting myself by thinking that, oh, if I'm not doing enough work, if I'm not pushing myself hard enough, that means I'm not getting things done. So that was an overcorrection to maybe inaction, or maybe thinking that I was not putting enough effort. So that overcorrection was going in cortisol, going and working on adrenaline the whole time. And the body's way of correcting that for me was to show me that I'm not going to work with you. I'm just going to dip my energy completely and make it zero. So I had to really just reel in that. And I noticed that theme coming up through the week of where something that you tried to correct has been overcorrected, and now the invitation is to now come back into a balance. So what is that one area of your life where you've been told by spirit, or you've been told by your internal wisdom and guidance to do something, and you've gone all in to do that, and you feel like a bit of moderation in that will help you? Think about it in terms of your diet, your exercise, or preparing for something. Maybe you're studying, or upgrading your skills in some way. And is there a place where you're overcorrecting yourself? And the energy that is coming in is, if there is a place, and if you've identified that you're doing it well, but you're doing it a bit too much, the energy to come back is that sweet place where you have protected yourself. Yeah, you're doing things to protect yourself, or that version of yourself that is reaching a higher perspective, reaching a higher result than your current. But you're also not sitting in pressure as you build that protection. So it's kind of like, what they showed me is like a fortress. You've built a fortress around you, and you can still stay in fear and pressure, and hold that intention that I'm inside this fortress, my walls are high. Or you can build the fortress around you, but open a few doors and windows, and just continue to relax as you stay in it. So you continue to flow and be gentle as you stay in it. So once that protection, or once that discernment has come in to help you go into a certain alignment, you don't necessarily need to do it with only willpower or brute force, or absolute single-minded focus. Well, while all those things are good, sometimes if we overcorrect that, and that energy is coming up a bit strongly in this week, as you're going to go through this week, the energy is feeling like that in the collective, and see if this resonates with you. As that happens, you will be invited into making yourself a bit softer. There can be times when it's not a good use of your time to argue with somebody who's cut the line. If it was going to take 30 seconds extra for you, doesn't really matter. But yes, if you were busting and you needed to stay in the line and get your things done to go to the loo, or there was something urgent, you had a meeting, then it does make sense. You're wanting to go there in that way. Wow, that was a bit of a crude example for some. But yeah, I'm always thinking about going to the loo. So, all right. So, this is the theme that has come in and emerged for this week. The other interesting thing is we're stepping into the full moon, and there's a lot of beautiful energy coming in through that. So we're bringing in that energy as well. So if you're joining us live, or if you're listening to this chat later, please feel free to put it in your comments, and I will read all comments and reply. Let me know, what is that area of your life that you are overcorrecting, and how do you feel you can be gentle on yourself there? So it doesn't mean lacking the intention. It doesn't mean not putting all the effort you need to put to be there. But it's not doing it and walking with all the might and force. It's about walking smoothly and gently. So that beautiful feminine gentle energy is coming in. Feminine is strong and gentle. So that balance of mingling of gentleness and strength. So that's really coming through. Now, what we'll do is, as I'm continuing to check the comments, what we'll do now is we'll tune into the collective. I'll bring forth a vision for today, and we'll see what vision has come through. We'll decode that vision. I'll bring in some light language activation to support your journey for this week. And then, if anyone has any questions or would like to have a certain aspect clarified, which is a small question, you can leave it in the comments in your live chat, and then we can even address that during the call. All right. So all those of you who have joined live and are able to close your eyes and are able to tune in, I invite you to do that. If you're walking, or if you're just listening to this while you're in between things, that's okay. You can still continue to tune into the energies as much as is safe for you, without putting, like, especially if you're driving and things like that. All right. So as I'm tuning in, I also invite the ones who can tune in to meditate to join me in this. And for those who can't and you're listening to this in the future, you can do that as well. To just continue to focus on your breath now. As you continue to focus on your breath, suddenly the sounds around you have started to dim, and the silence within you has started to grow. As you're tuning into this, I'm going to pause for a few moments to see what vision is coming through. And I invite you to also allow anything that is coming through you, any messages that are coming through you from spirit for this week, just allow them to come. And no pressure to remember them, because remember, when you're tuning into these energies, even just the witnessing and the moving of whatever is happening in that moment is energetically shifting you. If you cannot remember, please know, it doesn't matter whether you remembered or not, the energies work with you anyway. But if you do remember, I'd love to know what that is, so you can leave it in comments. So as we begin the week, I'm seeing a beautiful, sublime sunset. This is a picture that I saw, or somebody had shared this. One of my friends had shared this on an Instagram story, and it was absolutely sublime. So that vision is coming forth as the beginning of the week. There's a lot of bird energy. So birds are beings that anchor us to the highest vibrations, because they go up in altitude, and they anchor us in that altitude with their vibrations, and they connect worlds through their migrations. So this is that bird energy coming in. And as this bird energy is coming in, I'm seeing that suddenly what was feeling blocked has started to open and part. So if you're religious and you followed the story of Moses, or if you've even watched the movie, you'll notice that how he kept his staff down and the oceans parted. So it's that kind of a scene that they're showing me, that from a vantage point somewhere in the sky, this bird energy is looking at things that are happening on the ground. There are beautiful mountains, but it's all kind of like melded together. And suddenly, like a laser light is coming through and it's parting and creating a pathway. The pathway is becoming beautiful and broad. So it's a smoothing of energy. It's the movement that is gentle, easy, and flowing. A lot of flow is coming through. And as this way is parting, you are asked whether there's like a choice point, whether you want to go forward or just stay there and enjoy the view. And what I'm seeing that this being is doing is pausing there for a moment and just enjoying the view. And as that pause takes place somewhere in the middle of the week, I'm seeing a lot of red roses coming in. These red roses are so beautifully fragrant. They're bringing in this energy of heart opening, gentle, feminine love. And this is again, I think this has been a theme, and also because we are in the days of the goddesses, a lot of the feminine energy is coming through. So, as a man or a woman, that energy is bringing to you the love of the mother, the love of the feminine, the one that nurtures you, the one that understands you, the one that allows you to be whoever you are without being your best self, to be yourself. And that's the beauty of being in the divine mother's energy. That energy is stepping in with all these roses around. And now, what I'm seeing is these roses start to sing a song. This song is an ancient remembrance of many codes coming through. And I'm again seeing a very strong Pleiadian energy stepping in for this week. Lots of Pleiadian star mothers and star fathers are stepping in. They are bringing in the unconditional love and beauty. So this week almost ends with this energy of beautifying things around you. You may want to reset the house or living space. You might want to reset and refresh the energy of your work desk. You might want to clean up your phone memory and make your icons a little bit neater. There's a lot of that reset energy coming in, but it's not just functional. It's more like, even if I'm talking about the phone energy, there's changing the background, changing the wallpaper, refreshing your desk, and maybe putting a few things of beauty, few things that inspire you, open your heart. And there's delicious food. So a lot of beauty is coming through, lots of experiential energy is coming through, that's delightful. And that's how the week is ending. Now, I do see that there is this one path. This one path is, as I'll just remind it, when we started off the journey, it started off with, you being a bird, looking down, and suddenly the way parting from the beautiful sunset energy, the way parting. And as you choose there, you could choose to go forward or you could choose to be there. If you're there, this energy is allowing you to experience the richness of that moment. And through the richness of that moment, more sensory, more sensual experiences are happening. Experiences that engage your senses are coming through. So beautiful things to see, beautiful things to feel, beautiful things to hear. So all of that is happening. And it's also invoking, bringing more beauty into your life. Now, there is the other option as well, because not all of us are always on the same path. Otherwise, one message could fit everyone, right? But it's not like that. We're all beautifully complex in our own ways. So the ones that are choosing to move forward instead of staying there and pausing, because you're saying, hey, Samriddhi, I don't think that I can be in a space where I can move forward I can pause right now if my life is moving too quickly. Remember, this is the fire horse here. There's a lot of powerful energy. Remember, this is Navratri and this is post equinox. So there's a lot of momentum forward. I don't think I can pause right now. I can't afford to do that. Fair enough. For those who are moving ahead, what I'm seeing is a lot of spirit animals are stepping in, and the spirit animal energy that I'm seeing is the jaguar energy. This jaguar energy, and there is also the tiger energy. So, ooh, that's very powerful. There is a commanding of respect, there is an embracing of your sovereignty that's coming through, and there's also the facing of your shadow with inner strength and courage. So, this energy is allowing you to navigate everything through objectivity. It's allowing you to navigate the things that feel hard, the things that feel troublesome with grace, with ease. It's probably not as easy, but it is definitely gentle if you ask the energies to be that. So, if you're choosing this week to pause, then is creating more beautiful, joyful experiences to fill your pause energy with a lot of life. And if you're choosing to move forward, there is a lot of deep, ancient wisdom coming through to you, and the effort that it is expecting or demanding or opening for you or inviting you to do is to work with your shadow and to do that with courage and objectivity. Now, yes, there are so many things that we love about ourselves, and there are so many things that we are unconscious about ourselves, and there are so many things we are consciously aware that we want to change about ourselves. This week is not about the things that you can consciously change. This is that part of the week, if you're planning to move forward, just choosing to move forward with this jaguar and the tiger energy, is uh, to allow the unconscious parts of you that you don't even know, and you just observe them. They are not good parts, they're not bad parts, they're not shadow parts, they're not light parts. They are what they are. You don't even you're not, it's too early for you to decide what it is, but it is giving you the gift of forward momentum and unlocking some very ancient codes within yourself. There's also the energy. So now we are bringing in the Pleiadian family. The Pleiadian family primarily coming from Taygeta, and they're also coming from Maya. What is Taygeta? What is Maya? What is Pleiades? Well, Pleiades is a star system. It's not a constellation. It's an asterism, and this collection of stars. It's regarded by all ancient traditions, all ancient cultures, and these families, this group of beings is here and very invested in humanity right now, and it is asking us to choose love. It is asking us to choose our higher perspective so that we can move forward with love and light. They were incarnating with us. Pleiadians were coming from Pleiades, and not incarnating. They were coming in and becoming human and working that way. But that has stopped for a while. That's stopped since the 1920s. So, but they still as always. Otherwise, okay, that's one way that they have been coming in. But the other way is incarnating here. And many of you listening to this today, you have had at least one lifetime in Pleiades. So this is bringing in that energy. This is bringing in that memory. Some of your spirit guides are from Pleiades, these beings that have shared lifetimes with you in other realms, other dimensions. And so they are coming in here to say, hello, friend, I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. And so they are coming in. And as they come in, they are bringing in some beautiful messages, because they are very conscious of where humanity is right now, and just fighting on a particular finite resource on the planet, which is oil and natural gas. We are disturbing the peace of many innocent people, and many innocent people. And also, there's other reasons for war. The power and the orientation towards the old patriarchy. Patriarchy is not bad in itself, just as matriarchy is not good in itself. But the balance of the masculine and the feminine and coming together in love and light is important for any society. And we are at a stage on our planet, where Pleiadians are very concerned about where we are moving and how we are moving. And the messages that they're bringing forth is that you don't necessarily need to be a world politician or a world leader, or do only one big important thing for the planet, but it is the choices that we make every day, the vibrational choices that we make every day. And from the Akash, they are bringing in some codes and messages of the vibrational choices and shifts that have occurred on their systems, and they are extending those choices and shifts to us, that invitation to us. They are bringing in the number 144. Now, the number 144 is quite interesting. It has been used. I've seen this used in Orion. I've seen this used in Pleiades as well, and we have very much been using it on Earth as well. So, what is this number 144, and what is its significance? There's a lot out there about it, but what's coming through today is that the Pleiadian High Council has 144 members, and it is 12 into 12. So there are 12, and for each of the constituency, there are 12 people that represent the constituency. That becomes 144. Similarly, there are 12 energy centers on our Earth right now, and the 13th one is when we all come together. That's the 13th. There's not a physical 13th. So when all these 12 energy centers come, each one of us is some way, if we choose, invited to align with one of the 12. And when you align with one of the 12, it branches further into 12 of it. So that's also connected to the 12 original Atlantean families that had genetically more activated DNA, and they wanted humanity to have the gifts of that awakening. So this 144 model was used very beautifully during the Atlantean times, but the Pleiadian families are asking us to use that now. So I'm going to bring through some language activation to allow for these codes to activate within you. And you will know if you have felt a certain soul recognition for the number 144, this is for you. You've wondered what your connection is with 144, this is for you. So for those of you who find language activations new, I would just ask you to feel the vibrational shifts that are occurring with this transmission, and everything else is just theory. So this is the language of vibrations and love. So allow this to work through your energy fields now. Lots happening around the throat chakra. Yaha saralana shukutu si usuluna suraha salaha takutu lasunuku suruku. So I think there are lots of voices trying to speak through me at the same time. That's why so many different variations. And now they're just bringing it together a little bit more. And they're also wanting us to focus on the root chakra and the sacral, but mainly the root chakra. Many people who are tuning into this, you may be worried about the sustainability of your resources. It's not about whether I will have enough money to eat my next meal. It may not be that. If it is, then this is a prayer for that as well. But it is more about, can I have a sustainable way to live my life? So whether it is coming through consistent income and resources, or whether it is a focus on your health, but there is a sustainability aspect coming into your resources that is sitting in your root chakra for activation. And Pleiadians want us to open that, because when we ascend from our physical worries and materialistic needs, we can only ascend through that without escape, by dealing with it. They don't want us to escape it and just be in a spiritual. That's where, because if you do that, you will be one of those people that has your higher chakras activated and open, but your lower chakras kind of blocked. And that can happen for star seeds from time to time, but they really want to address that today. So just focusing on your throat chakra and your root chakra now, allow these vibrational shifts to occur there, if you will. Yahasalana shukurasa hyalana shitukurasa anasirashi ita sahala hasa nashahasa hyalana shara surukuta hasarana shukula saha yanala hatakula stia shanasara Yana surukuro shunukula ha tashana sara. Yalashik ana saruku alashik ashitana surukura sha asara. Luna sarana shu itu luna sina suroshi asala. Yalanasha asalasha Yanasu katarasi kasa. Sialasha, sialasha, sialasha. Asia. Still more shifting occurring in the root chakra and the throat chakra. You can see even my throat is changing a little bit. It was completely normal before this call. So definitely some beautiful upgrades coming in. And every time we come together as a collective for a meditative purpose, for the purpose of our self development, for our planetary development, we are the energy that comes to us is multiplied manifold. That's what is happening today. And if you're feeling any shift in your throat chakra, the invitation is to allow that shift to complete. And they're saying, allow that breath spiral to complete, whatever that means to you. Nasarasha asalanasha kuruku takasa. Yanasia kala takasa. Sha'a. There's a lot of energy around the moon as well coming in this week. And what they're inviting us to do is, if possible, wherever you are and you're able to see the full moon, uh, not full, I mean, preferably not from the screen, if you can see it in person and really connect, spend some time to connect with the energy of the moon. That will allow for all of these blessings and activations of the 144 to come within you. And if you have ever doubted whether you are one of the 144, this will be your confirmation. You will get messages. And it doesn't mean you will get an immediate soul mission to do for the planet. It may happen, but it is much simpler and more grounded in that way. It would come in as the one inspirational step that you want to take this week. And this may not be connected to any of the things that you generally care about or generally work towards. It may be just something completely random and new. You may be given a few words to share with the world, or you may be asked to drive to a certain place and sit under a tree. It might be something random, but there is an invitation through these codes and connecting with the moon energy this week that will allow for a new level of clarity to come through you. This is really also bringing together the experience of whether you pause and experience or whether you move through and gain more wisdom. It is still combining all this energy of the 144 for you. So, with the energy of the Akash, with the energy of all the Pleiadian beings that came in today with their sweet language and their messages for us, and the invitation into the 144, there is also a lovely message and lots of energetic resonance for the planet itself. So, if you could take a minute with me to send a prayer to the planet, send a prayer to not Earth herself, because she is a conscious being and she knows what she's doing. It's for the humans on the planet and the choices they are making to invite them to have more love, more wisdom, and choose love, and anything else that you feel to wish for and bring through in this collective for our planet and for everything that is going on in the world at the moment. We're just going to pause for a minute as that takes place, and I'm using my Reiki hands to hold this energy. I'm holding Earth, our Pachamama here, and I'm bringing through all the intentions, prayers, and my own energy to move towards our planet now. Just a pause to send your wish and prayer for the planet. And remember, each time we send energy to the collective, it also brings us blessings in our individual physical reality as well. Ya Saranasha, Ya Hala. So now we come to the end of the transmission. A lot of messages have come in today. Today's been a very rich day. We go back and reconnect with the theme of overcorrection. So everything, all the messages that are coming in today, that overcorrection, being cautious of overcorrection, is the preparation for us to get into all the energies of this week, to flow through the energies of this week. So keep the things that are important to you close to your heart and work with them, and do them gently, do them with ease, and do them with joy instead of doing them with tightening your muscles. That's really the way that they are guiding us to do things this week. Now, as I close the Akash, I also invite everyone who's joined and anyone who's listening to this to share in comments, share in your share in the chat. What is coming up for you? If there is any experience that you'd like to share with us in the group, you're very, very welcome. So I'll wait for that. And while I wait for anyone to share things on the chat, your experience and anything you'd like to share, um, I also want to invite everyone who's tuned in to many things that I offer to assist you with your soul journey. So if you feel like there are some messages from your soul coming in and you would like me to assist you on a personal one-on-one basis, you're very, very welcome to book a one-on-one session with me. I'll leave the links in the description. And it's my soul joy. It's at the moment my full life's purpose to assist you with your Akash, with the wisdom from your Akash, and assist you with implementing and integrating the Akashic wisdom. I also am doing a group Akashic meditation on the 1st of April. Every time I do it on Fridays, but this time I'm doing it on Wednesday because I'm going on a family vacation. So I'm just doing it a bit early. So you're very welcome to book a session with to book your tickets in that. I'll leave the link to that, a humanities ticket in that in the description. That's, I think, the pricing and everything is mentioned there. And I'm just going to read some comments here now. I have some beautiful comments that have come in. All right. So Lisa is sharing, I am always putting too much effort and focus into my work to exceed expectations, but mainly because that's how I am. That was me doing my work with my work with my work closed tightly this past week. That was so beautiful. And we can get into that zone, right? Because now we know what we want to do. And if you're somebody who loves to focus and get things done, we go there. So I hope, Lisa, that this week, and for you and for all of us who are in that, to be able to bring through some messages with ease, with gentleness as we go, so we don't err on the side of over caution. We don't err at all. We just flow. All right. Thank you, Lisa. I'm just reading now. Joy says, I was experiencing some strained conversations this week, and I feel messages were unnecessarily confusing. Yeah. I'm just tuning into what you're sharing with me now, and it feels like you're one of those beings who is choosing to not pause and experience the beauty, but you're the one choosing to walk this week and work with the jaguar medicine, work with the tiger medicine, to be able to bring through the next level of spiritual upgrades. So when that happens, a lot of unconsciousness comes up within us and within others, and it's bringing us to our awareness of what part of me is unconscious that I need to activate, and what are the aspects from others that are coming to me from their unconscious behaviors. They're not really noticing them. So that's very beautiful that you've been noticing that. And the jaguar medicine is definitely working with you. The tiger energy is also definitely working with you, who is very agile, very clear with decisions, makes quick decisions. So this is allowing for clarity to come into your conversations this week, and we invite that for you. Okay. Teeth closed tightly in the past week. Yeah, yeah, Lisa, I got that now. And then I'm also seeing another one. It was tiring for me to eat today too. Felt like I'm spending too much energy to chew, and it was tiring. I could only eat very slowly. How beautiful is that? So there is a bit of a pause coming in, and to enjoy and relish your food. I love that. Yeah. So I'm just going to read, Lisa, your comment fully. I meant my teeth were closed tightly during the week, not my work. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I've been notorious, and my dentists don't like me for this. Sometimes I have the habit of clenching my teeth or brushing my teeth, like bruxing my teeth when I'm sleeping. So I definitely know the feeling of trying to hold our muscles tight while we are trying to get things done. I'm definitely guilty about that too. So hopefully the messages, the Pleiadian messages, and the blessings of the 144 invitation and all the archetypes that have come in today assist us to make it so easy and smooth flowing. I'm reading another comment. Coincident. So Sun Peng is saying, so coincidentally, my phone memory was so full that I had to delete old photos. Lots of birds flying around me while I cycle. Also, Sun Peng, I really enjoy your cycling and the pictures that you capture while you're cycling. That's beautiful. And how interesting it is that we spoke about refreshing the space and deleting stuff from the phone and making more space. So beautiful. I love that. And maybe that was the message for you. We were tuning into your part in the collective. All right. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you choose to journey with me every weekend, sorry, every Monday, and or whenever you tune in to this message, and that we journey together so that we can consciously experience the week and make conscious choices to be aligned with our Akashic field. And when we are fully aligned with our Akashic field, that's when the synchronicities take place. And I'm seeing more and more of those synchronicities. It's like now I look at my screen and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is, now it's becoming funny. There's so many coincidences. Literally, I was sitting on the couch and just, kept my eyes closed after we watched, my mom and I watched a movie, and then I look at the screen and it's 11:11. So so it's very beautiful. The synchronicities are coming everywhere, the rhythms are coming everywhere. So I'm so grateful. I love you so much. And book a session with me or join one of my monthly group Akashic meditations. The next one is on 1st April. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you next week. So much love. I'll put the details in this for the next week. I'll put the details in this chat in the description, as well as in the Cosmic Soul Drops group. All right. Love you. See you next week. Bye.